and share and subscribe. Please consider becoming a member. I'm so glad they're going to be streaming. What's up, Girl Sphere? How you doing? Oh shit. Let me get this over here. Probably can't hear me. Let me make sure everything's all right. I'm having some troubles with the computer and the audio card, but that is to be expected. Mic volume up. All right, cool. Let me check something else out. Check something else out. Yeah. Make myself a little bit louder. There we go. How's everybody doing tonight? Hashtag truth. Hashtag innocent. We're gonna chat, do a little fundraising, if only if you've got it. As I said, legal fees aren't cheap. Attorneys are expensive, and yeah. So if you feel privy, go ahead. There's the Cash App down there, or you can super chat or become a member. Doesn't matter. All goes to the same place. What's going on? We got Bethamus and the Heezy. We got Capone. We got Recliner Goddess. We got Girl Sphere. We got Shadow Hair. Shadow Hair. It's like a 5 o'clock shadow, you know, shadow hair. We got my love. What's up, DC? How you doing, huh? And we got me. We got Negs. What else do we need, man? Hope you're all doing well. I'm gonna roll myself a cigarette. Yes, stress has been so bad that it has come down to smoking. So anyway, today was a good day. Don't you have heat? Yeah, I have heat. Why? It's fucking 15 degrees outside, and I have to go outside like a lot. I have to go outside a lot, so that's why I wear a jacket inside. But I'm sorry that I'm not living my life according to your perfect idea of life. I'll be sure to be a better person tomorrow after I repent. Well, yeah, I mean, at my shop, the whole front of my shop is nothing but one big window. So, and when people come in, it brings in the cold air. And then when I go outside, I wear this. So, there's that. Guys, I got 2 dogs, and they could want to go out at any time. And I could want to go out at any time. He used to work with William Brock. He was a class act, unlike this stupid troll. I wish my life was so sad that I had to do that. Nobody likes me. Every girl I date, pussy stinks. I'm attracted to my mother. You know, those type of things coming from those type of trolls. They're a little pathetic. My first kiss was my sister. So, what's going on, everybody? How we doing? Are we doing good? I'm doing good. I'm doing amazing. I had an amazing day at the shop. Amazing day of, you know, being honest and selling stuff to people. You know, I didn't, you know, have to do anything bad. You know what I'm saying? You can just be an honest person and make money. That's what I did today. I encourage all of you to be honest people. Oh, there's my other ones. Hang on a second. I'm gonna switch. I don't like these. These things feel weird. The YouTube app wants you to update, but you don't wanna. Guess what? Tough shot. Don't anyway. We're going to review some videos. We're going to talk. It's a fundraiser. It's a fundraiser for my legal fees, because I actually have legal fees, and they're currently happening. So I just a lot of other people do it, and I figured I've done nothing to this community or anybody on the internet. So there's all these other people at grift. I am not. This one. There we go. You can go Cash App. You can Cash App DC Media Girl. You can Cash App me. You can PayPal either one of us. It doesn't matter. It all goes to the same place. And we do appreciate it. We really appreciate it. I was talking to somebody earlier, and we were wondering, like, what the hell happened in the universe? Because like, things have gotten really strange with people. Not just, on the internet, but like all over. You guys hear me all right? You guys hear me all right? Okay. Thank you, Beth. Guys, get some love in the chat for Beth. Like I said, if it's a dime, a dollar, or a quarter, I don't care. We are fighting the good fight here. We are fighting a good fight. And this isn't because, I goofed up. No, we're fighting a good fight here. We are. And we're doing it for you. We're doing it for everybody. We're doing it for everybody. So I think I'm going to turn some music on, guys. You have to turn some music on. It's a little quiet in the background, don't you think? Don't you think? I saw South Korea declared martial law. That was weird. Where is the damn music? Yeah, thanks to everybody that's been willing to step up and help, because this is a situation I don't know what I'm kind of just beside myself. So I appreciate everybody, really, I do. Radio company? Nah, I haven't. I just play this copyright free stuff in the background. If I was on Rumble, I'd play whatever I want. All right. And then reversed it. What? Oh. It adds a nice ambience, doesn't it? It's a nice little ambience. It's a nice little ambulance. Dude, I had so much stock to price and put out today. It was unbelievable. It was hours upon hours upon hours. And I started rearranging the store. And I'm going to change a few things. And yeah, it's going to look nice. It's going to look real nice. It's going to look real good. I'm going to just turn my camera off. I don't want to be a bad influence on anybody who might be watching. Apparently people let their 5-year-old kids watch Jimmy Kimmel, which I don't know why. Jimmy Kimmel having knocked loose and Poppy on his show is one of the coolest things he's ever done. What are the big sellers for Christmas? You know, the big sellers in our store, I don't know. They're people buy a little bit of everything, really. I mean, to be honest, it's like, you know, just a little bit of everything, a little bit of this, a little bit of that. We don't carry any wiffle ball bats. But what I do is people come in and they're like, do you have blah, blah, blah? And when I don't, I write it down, and then every week I order what people have requested. Because if they don't pick it up, if they don't come back and buy it, somebody's going to buy it, or I just put it on eBay. Yes, it's pretty much horror. Our store is horror 24/7. So yeah, I decided months ago to go ahead and just pedal to the metal, full bore. I've been at the shop all the time, working hundreds of hours. And you can go to theattic.fun and check out some of the things I got. I shop at fast shipping, cool stuff. You know what I'm saying there? Why do I have 11 notifications? My phone has too many notifications. Too many. Let's see here. Part 22 about Cyrax. Jesus Christ. Talking to him, taking a social media break. TikTok predator. My favorite type. I enjoy exposing and then making fun of pedophiles, chomos, rapists, people like that. I think it's because they're the sickest people on earth. And I think that they should be ridiculed. I think they should just be put in the stockades and have rotten tomatoes and people peeing on their heads. That's what I think. So I just ran into this. I didn't even really look for it. But there's some guy here. TikTok seems to be full of these guys. These TikTok predators. Look at this guy. Look at this guy. Yeah, I wonder who's defending him. Probably anybody that hears me do this tonight. They're going to be like, hey, you said nappy. Okay, whatever, Motorhead. All right, so let's take a look at Brandon Brutal. He is the worst emo predator. I mean, this is subjective, so let's check it out.
These people don't know how much I'm into adult women. My whole reason I'm saying this is so adult women will date me. The thing is, I almost have a job. It's just I have to have my valid ID first. Because they require a valid ID, and the paper ID doesn't work.
Nope, can't use your paper ID.
So I can't start working and making money until I have my valid ID.
Oh, yeah?
It's not going to come for at least several more days.
Sell your ass. Why people leaving? What's the matter? You thought I was going to talk about all the fucking trauma in my life?
Oh, for people who want my hair to fall out, my hair's never going to fall out because I don't have a balding gene.
That would take forever. That would take forever, okay? So, I mean, like, I'm not here to do that. But it proves my point. It proves my point. Oh, you're not talking about bad shit happening to you, so we're gonna leave. You're fucking sick. You're fucking sick. If that's all you care about is people's pain, if that's all you care about, you're fucking sick. And if you're leaving here, you're going back to where you belong. Won't you fucking stay there?
Yeah, I don't have the balding gene, so it's not ever gonna fall out.
Now, it's no surprise that TikTok is a breeding ground for absolute delinquency and all-around depraved activity. It's no secret that TikTokers seem to have a weird crossover with the world of teen predators. It seems no matter where you look, where you turn on the TikTok platform, and any online platform for that matter, you're going to find a creep not too far away. Now, among one of the most prolific
Thank you, Shadow.
on that platform is Brandon Brutal, also known as Brandon Brutal 7, Brandon Bats, and several other aliases over there. Somehow, some way, Brandon Brutal had amassed over 1.4 million followers on the platform.
Wow.
And
Wow. I love this. I consider my guy with an exceptional amount of talent. I can play guitar, bass, drums, sing, write music, make videos, stuff like that. And it's always guys like this who get famous.
known for his early 2000s aesthetic and emo content. Usually,
I haven't seen Shadow's channel.
The quote-unquote emo scene, and
can I do that from
one
here?
of the most popular creators to produce videos of that genre on the platform, leaning into mental health issues and being a big supporter with people who had anxiety and depression.
You don't have any
He was
content.
a perfect image for all the angsty teenagers who would love to follow somebody similar to this. Now, this wouldn't be such a big issue if you were in his early 20s, maybe even.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Beth. I was just talking to the people, like there was like 70 people here, and then when I went into something else and I wasn't going to talk about my life, they were like, go somewhere else. And I do. I want them to go somewhere else. If they're here for pain and misery, then why don't you go befriend the right people and get your own pain and misery in your life, and then everybody could stream about that.
in mid to late 20s, but this is a man.
Oh,
who is nearly 40
on Twitter.
years
Okay.
old. And just to say this, there is nothing wrong with making content for a younger demographic if you are 40 years old. It's about the balances, how you treat and interact with your audience.
Is that what Anna Haven was doing? Was making content for the was that full frontal nude? Was that for the kids?
Having an understanding and comprehension of the
Oh,
age
yeah, it
of
was.
the audience. And herein lies the true problem with today's subject. This lolcow doesn't know how to not talk to minors, and then when he gets caught, he self-destructs publicly for all of us to enjoy and watch. Now, this is going to be a classic case of you could have had it all. You had everything, but you had to touch the poo-poo. So now that we know who Brandon Brutal is, that he has multiple allegations trying to talk to minors and other
Jesus.
things, we're going to jump right into this. This is going to be a multi-part series, so don't expect us to cover everything from A to Z in this episode. This episode, we're going to cover a lot of the highlights and the most important stuff to know about Brandon.
I always wonder with people like this if people like really get into his real life. I always wondered that, or if it's just people who don't do anything, you know? Like this guy is a alleged predator, you know?
Brandon Brutal, TikTok's worst emo predator.
Again, sorry for not looking at the comments. I have too many allegations against me to be looking at comments. So it's not mentally healthy for me. Health for us sucks, man. See, I can't fit my ear shrink. I can't fit my ear tunnels in. Gotta get those tapers. And once I get the tapers, I can re-stretch my ears and put the ear tunnels back in. I just didn't like.
Hey, I sell ear gauges at my store. Come on by.
That in gel, man. When they made me take my lip piercing out, I'm like,
And I sell turtle bracelets.
I'm never going back to gel again. I'll be honest with you. When I made that threat, I did not know it was illegal at the time. I knew it was wrong, but I did not know it was illegal.
So we're
Yeah, when you make a violent threat, it is illegal. You can't make violent threats to people.
Starting off hot as is Swamp Dweller fashion, and with that said, you can see here that Brandon Brutal is quite the looker. He's quite the emo
Capone.
king, if you will. Even though his hair isn't done, his ears aren't stretched like they were, he recently just got out of jail after a 6-month stint, and apparently he's going to let us know about all that he's learned.
6
And
months,
it seems like the
goddamn.
biggest thing he's learned is that he can't get Monster in jail, and that's very tragic.
But now I know it's illegal because I went to jail for 6 months for it. And I'm on house arrest for it too. I'm not doing that again. I'll learn my lesson. It's not good to be in jail. It's not healthy to be in jail anyway, because you get malnourished there because they feed you really crappy, cheap, processed food, and it's
You got to get money on your books, man. You got to get money on your books, and you got to get the ramen. You got to get the pepperoni. You got to get the cheese sauce, right? They'll teach you a million ways to make ramen tasty.
not, portions aren't very large enough either. Cereal doesn't really help because it's just a bunch of snacks and candy. I'm doing healthier now. I have more food to eat now since I'm out of jail.
He should have spent 6 months working out. What else you gonna do? Just sit around, fucking working out, eat, working out, eat, come out, fucking rip, shredded, ready to fucking fight the Hulk.
I went to QT, which I wasn't supposed to. Thank God I didn't get put back in jail.
Thank God indeed, my friend, because if you had to eat any more Twinkies, man, I don't know if your body would have held up. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure it's not very healthy eating in there. I'm sure it's pretty brutal, and the portions are probably small. But I mean, that's what you get when you threaten to shoot up a school. And I mean...
You threatened to shoot up... You did what? Why would you do that, bro? Why would you threaten to, like... Man, see, this is why my kids homeschooled, because of wicked people like you who target children. Anybody that targets children is evil. Anybody that targets children is evil. I don't care how it is. If it's online, directed at the person, it's evil.
I mean, soon we're going to hear him talk about that, and he's going to dismiss it like it wasn't a big deal. But jeez, I don't know, man. Interesting stuff. Let's continue to hear what Homeboy's got to say about his time in prison.
I keep going to the gas station to get Monster Energy drink. I wanted to get one of those large Monster Energy drink. The green one, the original green one. A large one of those, but because that's my favorite one. I can't get that shit because, well, I'm supposed to stay inside the motel. Yeah, people were telling me I should stay off the internet because you're going to get, they said you're going to get locked up again. You're going to say something that's going to get you locked up again, but I'm not staying off the internet. I just know now not to make any type of threats that'll get me locked up.
He threatened to bang a school, man. Wait, and he's got 1 million followers. How, dude? Dude, I could sit here, pick up this guitar, put on a drum beat that I've never heard before, and write a fucking song in 3 minutes. And you're like, 1 million followers. And people, yeah, you can look at me and be like, oh, you're just being a hater. Yeah, I am. What of it? It's like this DEI shit, which I think is dead in the water. Like it's like, oh, let's give this goofy guy.
Statements like that always give me the chills because it's like, I'm not going to stay off the internet. I just know not what to say now. And it's like, nah, I don't know, man. These people aren't really learning how to be better people. They're just learning how to be creeps in private a little bit more discreetly. It probably is a good idea that he doesn't get that big bottle of Monster, you know, the green one, and chug that down and, you know, basically racks out on us with all the caffeine overdose that he clearly gets. Put that on top of his clear issues with controlling his emotions and his urges to chase after children. Definitely not a good mix.
Only 50 feet from this school, and none of them get harassed at all. And they live a lot closer to it than I do. And I don't get it. Like, what the hell? And I shouldn't be harassed for it because I'm not into minors.
Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Oh, God. Whatever.
What?
5 more months of being harassed. And then after June 11th or June 15th, whenever...
He's crying about 5 months. Dude, I'm a 5-star general. Look at me. Look at me, emo guy. I'm a 5 motherfucking star general in this shit. And you're 5 months of harassment.
In June, they get out of school. Then I can enjoy the rest of the summer, I guess. I don't know.
So basically here, for some context, this is a clip of Brandon complaining that he gets weird looks, or he gets harassed, as he calls it, when he takes his walks around the school like he used to. But now...
Well, yeah, you. It's like somebody kicking a dog, and then the group kicks him, right? And he's like, what did everybody kick me for?
Now that he has these allegations for saying he's going to come up there and shoot it up and kill all the kitties and all that, he is now looked at in a very weird way. And he's going to constantly complain about, hey, I'm not a kitty diddler, I'm not a kitty diddler. At the end of the day, you're actually something a little worse. You're somebody who threatened to literally school shoot the entire freaking campus. And, you know, that's a very big epidemic that America deals with. There's hundreds of school shootings every year. And you're shocked that parents and staff alike wouldn't want you around their school or would look at you weird when you're walking around? It's definitely strange. Plus, on top of that, you do have kitty diddler allegations on top of you. Again, you're out here acting like you don't have minor allegations on you. You didn't go to jail for 6 months for threatening to shoot up a school. There's definitely real reasons why people are looking at you sideways.
Like, when I first came to this town, I used to take a walk up there, past the school, and take a left turn, go down there, and then walk back home. I used to do that a few times a day. I mean, I used to do that like a few times every week, and no one harassed me at all. No one said shit to me. I don't really do
Why are you walking around a school, bro?
that anymore because I don't really go on walks anymore. I just skateboard a lot now. I sometimes go on walks when I want to walk to the store to get something, but I just don't go up there anymore. So yeah, when I used to walk up there, no one was harassing me. Now I don't even go up there at all, and people are harassing me for it.
Yeah, yeah, because you threatened to unalive people in a school, bro. Your entitlement and lack of accountability it's scary, because I was talking to somebody today about different generations, right? Millennials, Gen Z. I raised my kid as a Gen X kid. In a way, he has a lot of Gen X values. He didn't buy into any of the crap that the influencers were selling. Nothing. He acts like a Gen X adult. So you're welcome. I saved one kid from whatever the hell's going on out there.
Harassing me. Now I don't even go up there at all, and people are harassing me for it.
Hey Brandon, have you ever thought that maybe the reason why people didn't harass you before was because you didn't have allegations for being a PDF and also wanting to shoot up the school that you live next to? You know, is that a thought that ever came across your brain? Because it seems to me right now that you are in some heavy denial and smoking some copium. The lack of self-awareness somebody would genuinely have
smoking
to have
copium.
to understand the uncomfortableness that would bring to a neighborhood, especially one that's built around a school like his is act.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now that he made a threat. The threat was made at my child that resulted in legal charges, not against him, but against the people who made the threat. Right? I believe it was a 17-year-old and a 14-year-old, maybe a 13-year-old. I don't know. But if kids at 13 are saying stuff like this, and it becomes where charges are pressed and there was a gun, that's scary. Hence, homeschooling. And I want to tell you right now that the homeschooling curriculum and the way they are able to help the kids, my kid went from B's, C's, and F's to nearly straight A's. So
bring to a neighborhood, especially one that's built.
Maybe it's the not being threatened to be unalived by some crappy parent's little brat.
and the uncomfortableness that would bring to a neighborhood, especially one that's built around a school like his is actually mind-blowing. This either shows that he is clearly not mentally all there and needs to be put in a home somewhere to be watched 24/7,
A
or
group
he is
home.
purposely ignoring, denying, and trying to move past all of the wrongdoings he's done without taking any accountability for it.
You can't harass an autistic person for living next to a school. Like,
Dude, I'm autistic. Okay, I'm autistic, and I get abused daily. Anytime I'm on the internet, let's say there'd be 1 or 2 people come in here and abuse me. They don't care. They don't care about your mental state. You did something. You did something that people are going to harass you about. You threatened to do what you did. And you can't use your autism as an excuse, because if you could, guess what? You wouldn't have done 6 months in jail. You would have just went home and lined things up.
there's nothing I'm gonna do with this school. There's nothing up there for me. I'm not into the minors that are there at all. And I'm not trying to say this as an excuse to live next to the school, because I don't want to be near those kids. I don't want to. I gotta be quiet now.
Aw, man, he pulled out the autistic card. You can't say anything to him. You can't critique the man, because it's just bullying him because he's clearly special needs. That's all.
Oh, just a quick message out to the Geek Room. I don't have a headstone shield anymore. I have an autistic shield, so you guys can update your book.
Obviously why people are messing with him. He doesn't want to go near them kids. He doesn't care about not being around the school. That's why he's complaining about it so much, right? If you clearly didn't care, Brandon, you wouldn't be making such a big deal about it. Anyways, let's go see this sewer slide attempt that he's going to definitely totally do and not fake for attention here.
Dude, I know, and I've said this before to you guys, I know a multitude of people who killed themselves. And you know what they didn't do? You know what they didn't do? They didn't tell anybody before they did it. That's what makes it so shocking. They don't talk about it before. Maybe there's cases where they do, but in these cases, it was just like everything's fine, and then there's a tragedy, right? This crap right here, a lot of people get mad and start yelling, you know, I unalive myself, I hate my, you know, I get it, but like, you're not going to.
I'm making this video to say thank you for everyone supporting me, and I just did something that I'm probably not going to be here anymore for, because I just I did something. I don't think I'm going to be living anymore, so I'm so sorry about that. I mean,
okay, yeah,
my teeth are dirty. I'm about to die.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm so sorry, everyone. I'm not gonna be alive anymore, I don't think, today. But thank you, everyone. I love all of you. And
okay.
My friend Cadis is seeing this. You mean a lot to me and everything. And I just want to say, everyone, thank you for supporting me, because I had a huge fear of the unpardonable sin. I started not being able to sleep, which really scared me. So now I've done something, and I don't think I'm gonna be here anymore. I love you all.
So this would actually set the internet on fire. There's Sportskeeda articles, and there's other platforms that covered this, and they're fairly notable, so I thought that was interesting. There was like a whole fake thing where Brandon had like his quote-unquote family make a statement and all these things. I think his sister might have gotten involved at one point. I'm not entirely sure. You know, it's hard to know when it's just Brandon on a fake account or Brandon just saying things. But of course, this whole sewer slide attempt would turn out to be nothing more than...
Guys, we're getting new words here we could use on YouTube. Sewer slide. I love it. I love it.
Just a falsehood. And he would give us a crazy explanation not too long after this. He would milk it out for a couple of days, maybe even a week or two, before he would break his silence.
The whatever thing happened in that other video. So yeah, so that's why my whole profile got taken down, because things like that can't be up on a on TikTok. They have strict rules against it. Oh man. Oh, it's really scary.
Yeah, if you go, TikTok is weird. I win all of my appeals mostly. People will, like, when I did the thing about the tattoo artist who whatever, and she deleted all of her social media, and then she reported my video. I want it. I appealed it. I mean, like, I know how to manipulate that system on TikTok. It's very easy. Anybody wants to know, just DM me on my Discord, And you got to join it through locals, and that link is in the description.
I get to sleep tonight though. I mean, like, it's weird. I'm still here. So, wow. I'm gonna start my other TikTok. Oh gosh, I can hear the people.
He's another one of those whose mouth never closes. You know, his mouth never closes. It's just lips and teeth. How?
Being like, oh yeah, you they're trying to say I attempted suicide because everybody knows me or something like that. No, that's not.
You said you weren't going to be alive anymore.
Situation has nothing to do with it. I just one night wasn't able to sleep like I usually did, and the next night wasn't able to sleep the next night, and then that just made me panic and go into something suicidal or something. I'm gonna try and keep headed for in life.
Now, I mean, if we are being honest, that is a very reasonable explanation, but that's definitely not something the average person should be doing, and it always leads to these types of things, crazy freakouts, or moments to where you just feel like you need to end it all, or just, you know, self-delete. But when you have a platform like Brandon did at one point that was over 1.4 million followers, making videos like that is not a good idea, and
1.4 million followers. How? Why? Is the biggest question. You know, I have thought about creating an account and just doing a character, just making up a character and seeing what happens. Just stop being myself, because I mean, like, it's just weird. It's just weird. If I had 1 million followers, dude, I would be so fucking rich right now, because I would be able to turn that into that's free marketing for the attic, for a podcast, for everything.
And as we see, he got his whole account taken down for it, and I don't believe he ever got it back. But that could be due to other allegations.
Alright, I want to be honest with everyone. I never said that a 15-year-old wasn't a kid and that they're a teenager. I never said that in my life. 15-year-olds are babies, okay? Anyone under the age of 18... they're babies, okay? Now, anyone under the age of 20 are kids, okay? Well, I don't know. When it comes to, like, friendship, anyone over 18 and above is okay, but, like, when it comes to dating, anyone who's, like, 18, 19, they're kids, basically. And
well, I'm gonna disagree with you there, because in the United States, 18 is an adult, okay? And an adult, if that 18-year-old wanted to go date a 70-year-old, they could. They could. And 19. You're being like, you're trying to deflect from the situation so hard that you're denying things. I mean, like, I don't even know why people, I mean, like, I always look at it like a little weird, like when people like Robert De Niro have a kid when they've got one foot in the grave, or, you know, everybody looks at it weird. Anna Nicole Smith. It's so obvious, right? It's obvious. It's not like the dude was the epitome of liveliness, right? But I kind of like go, whatever. Just like, they're adults. Let go.
anyone under 18 are babies, okay? So, yeah. So that's why I only date women above the age of 21. Because I don't do fucking kids, bro. It's nasty. So yeah, a 15-year-old is a baby. Yeah, a 15-year-old is like a newborn baby to me. Ugh, I don't...
What is like a newborn baby to you? This is so weird. What is...
want that shit. I like this fully developed adult woman with big titties.
Now, you know somebody's overcompensating about something when they have...
Haha, what did I just say? What did I just say?
Developed adult woman with big titties.
Now, you know somebody's overcompensating about something when they have to put everything into some crazy extremes? Like 18 under babies? That's kind of crazy. You can say that obviously 18 and under are minors and they're still children in their own right. But to say babies, I don't know. It kind of just implies that you're trying to separate yourself very far away from any sort of sexual thing around people under the age of 18. Then he goes on to mention that anybody under 21 or over 21 is considered an an adult or whatever. And honestly, I think that's a bit extreme too, because again, now you're just overcompensating. There's nothing wrong with consenting adult relationships between two adults over the age of 18. But the thing that gets weird is when they're groomed, or when you're preying on them, or when you're spying on them, if you will, from afar for a long period of time,
weird.
waiting for them to become
Spying on people's weird.
old age. You know, there are definite levels to all of this, but Brandon, none of that applies to you, and we're about to find some screenshots that show one of the many times that he has fallen into a sting where somebody says they are a minor, and suddenly he's on the ground.
Okay, let's see. Brandon Brutal is back at it again. For those that don't know, Brandon Brutal is a former TikTok star who loved for his silly content and being a emo that everyone hated on, but he continued to be himself regardless. Late last year, he was caught in a sting operation talking to what he thought was a 15-year-old girl. The backlash sent him on a downward spiral. When it hit social media, he began stalking people who dropped him as a friend and so much more. You can just Google his name or search him on YouTube. The list, blah, blah, blah. I can't make it out. I guess he just didn't learn the first name. Yeah, you can't be telling 15-year-old girls you think they're pretty cute, dude. Like, I mean, there are women in my family, and I have had cousins that were younger than me. There are ways you could compliment women without being like, you're kind of cute. Like, you know, like women always tell, you know, guys and boys, well, aren't you a handsome young man? You could tell, I mean, but like, you know, that's your family. But this girl, though, you don't know them, and they're probably a 40-year-old man. Uh-oh. Did we get voice notes?
I'm not a pedophile. I like adult women with big boobs.
So he thinks he's talking to a 15-year-old, but he says he likes women with big boobs. What?
Liking teenage girls doesn't make me a pedophile.
Brandon, I'm 14. We could be friends, but I'm not interested in you like that. What the actual fuck? Dude, I would have been... I don't talk to any motherfucker from the internet, period. I don't talk to nobody because you can't trust people. You know, before my DMs would be full, blah, blah, blah. But it was like a job to me doing all this drama stuff. It ain't anymore. It's an annoyance. It's a fucking inconvenience. That's why I talk about shit like this.
That's sexy. Yeah, I think that's sexy that you're a minor.
What? Oh my god, dude. Oh, he's pretty well busted here. I mean,
a hacker trying to make me look bad online. I just don't want this all over social media again.
so you told her she was cute and you said it was a hacker trying to make you look bad again. Now with AI and everything, yeah, I can see that's a possibility, but not in this instance.
A staple of the Brandon Brutal vernacular will be, I couldn't possibly like children. I like women with big boobies. And that suddenly means that he doesn't like any
Big
sort
boobies.
of children. He constantly says, hey, all my TikTok videos are of women, grown women. Everything I watch is old women. I'm telling you.
What the fuck?
Again, this overcompensation doesn't help the
I bet he loves a nursing home.
is old women. I'm telling you. Again, this overcompensation doesn't help the way most people seem to think it does. It usually just makes you look more guilty, because the more you say you're not something that a bunch of people are calling you, the more guilty it makes you look. Now, I get that there's defending yourself, but defending yourself is a lot easier when it's not true, right?
You know what's funny is he went out and victimized somebody and then started stalking them.
You have proof and you can easily expose that. And when you have allegations that have weight to them, that's when people usually start overcompensating.
Facebook. He used it to talk dirty to a filthy minor, and then the minor thought it was me and screenshotted it and spread it everywhere on Instagram and TikTok and everywhere.
Oh my
and
God.
Thanks to the hacker, I looked at all the comments of how people felt about me before the screenshots, and no one feels like that about me anymore. Thanks to the hacker making me look like a fucking pedophile, making
No, that was you, bro.
me look like Davey Vanity. Oh, hacker, if you're watching this, I'm gonna slit your little fucking throat. I'm gonna throw
Oh
you
my
down,
God.
I'm gonna gut you with a chainsaw. You hack my profile, you motherfucker. I'm gonna find this hacker, and I'm gonna kill him.
Ah, man.
Oh, dude. What are you doing? 1 million. 1.5 million. 1 million. What the fuck? 1.5 million followers or whatever. Yep.
And something just doesn't feel right about watching a lolcow rage this hard and it not be my buddy Cyrax. Man, how times have changed. I'm growing as a cow farmer out here. Brings a tear to my eye. But what a great, a classic piece of rage content.
Yeah, really. It is. It is.
Here. This would give Raxo a run for his money. This man is peeved. This man is upset. People are clearly faking these things. It couldn't possibly be him getting caught up in these stings online time and time again. There's no way that it's Brandon. That's probably why he's this upset. That's probably why he's very, very mad right now. And it's only going to end up even worse for him because he's going to crash out super hard.
Mortal ass bullets. Nothing but dust. I wasn't doing nothing. I'm trying to go to sleep. I'm trying to get ready for bed.
That's why you're talking?
No, I'm
I
just...
heard you in my fucking room.
No, I'm trying to get ready for bed and you're interrupting me.
Interrupt you for go to bed? Dude, what I come here for? I'm in my room. My TV's full blast and I hear you.
Yeah, I want to go to bed.
You're going to bed, and so you gotta talk to yourself before you go to bed? We're gonna talk about this, man. You guys got talking. You gotta
Oh my God.
hit me. Come on. Hit me.
And this is exactly why pay attention, young men who have older fathers. This is why you never square up with your dad, because your dad will. And I'm not speaking from personal experience. I've never squared up to my father. My father would kick my ass. Period. I know that for a fact, right? I have squared up when I was a teenager to a former Marine. I don't know why I squared up twice, but I did. I got my ass beat both times. Do not challenge your elders, especially your dad. That's why if you ever hear somebody tell their kids, like, you'll never be bigger than me, you could be like, I'm 5'9", and my kid could be 6'4". You'll never be bigger than me, so don't ever think you are.
Hit your dad.
No, you interrupted my life. Get out of the disabled person.
Somebody said, "What the fuck?"
There's something about this
My
clip
God,
that
I'm
just makes
crying.
me feel sad. Not for Brandon, of course. I love to see Brandon get slapped up and yelled at and essentially kicked out of his house.
Yeah,
but
that was
I feel
a-
absolutely terrible for his dad, his
Yeah,
mom, whoever
absolutely.
else he lives
Absolutely.
with, because this has to be an absolute hellhole to live with. Having to hear somebody
Right.
scream, hoot and holler, and do all kinds of crazy stuff at all times of the night.
Hoot
from
and
their room,
holler.
be
You must be from the Midwest, dude. Hoot and holler.
and holler and do all kinds of crazy stuff at all times of the night from their room, be constantly in legal trouble, constantly wrapped up in weird allegations around kids. You could imagine how tiring that could be on somebody, regardless if they're a parent or not. That will be a heavy toll to bear on your mental fortitude, and honestly, it's not worth it most of the time. It really isn't. Everybody's going to start looking at you as, hey, that's the guy that has the kid diddler in his house. Hey, that's the kid diddler supporter. It's a very, very, very hard situation to navigate, even if it.
Well, listen, it's his son. Like, everybody's tripping about Biden pardoning his son. Why wouldn't he? It's his son. Trump pardoned people. All kinds of presidents pardon people that people don't think pardon, right? And if I were in that position, I had that power, I had that sword to wield, and my son was caught up in a bunch of fuck shit, yeah, I'd pardon my kid. You cannot. I mean, it may be wrong, it may be morally inept, this, that, and everything in between, but you cannot diminish a man's love for his son. You can't.
The kid Diddler supporter. It's a very, very, very hard situation to navigate.
Oh, and furthermore, doesn't mean he supports what he does. It means that it's his son and you have a duty. But like if he's 35, come on, man.
Even if it is just allegations and sting operations online. You don't have to physically touch a child to be labeled as that anymore, and that's very apparent with these videos. The father seems absolutely
he lied.
Crashed out
Shocker.
himself. But I can tell you, unfortunately, Brandon did not get kicked out, and it seems like his father did have a change of heart after this.
Okay.
No, I don't care if I go back to jail. I'm going to say this anyway. If I see any of you on the street who's putting up these red flags in my comments on my live, I will shoot you. I don't care. I will. Because you thinking I'm into kids is warrant enough for me to shoot you.
And this is where we're going.
Hold up, does he own a gun? That's the big question here. Does he own a firearm? And usually, I mean, like if somebody says something like that, they're not going to do it. It's kind of like the unaliving, the sewer slide. Nobody says anything. Nobody.
And this is where we're going to end this first look into Brandon Brutal. Now, there will be at least one more video in this series covering a lot more of the recent stuff. He went back to jail for some time, he got back out, now he's not allowed on the internet, but apparently he still makes appearances here and there over on the TikTok.
You hear that? They could take your internet privileges away. I knew they could. Because having the internet is like, people have argued this, that I guess it's not a right, it's a privilege, right?
And other interwebs. So we're gonna definitely cover that and piece that together for a part 2. Thank you guys so much for supporting this the way you do. I couldn't do this on a daily basis without all of your guys'
Here's
support.
the
I really appreciate it. I hope today you're having a great Thanksgiving. Hopefully this was a good Thanksgiving special for you. I have some more Cyrax content in the pipeline. It's just taking a little longer.
Let's see what he's got over here. He's got Daniel Larson. Who said Daniel Larson? Just a minute. He's going to get grounded. Cyrax is the worst friend ever. Cult leader. What? Cult leader? Remember somebody said we had a cult? That we were a cult? Remember that the other night? That was funny. Yeah, so I'm up here to down there. You can contribute to our legal battle if you'd like to. If you want to be a part of something positive, doing this for ourselves and doing it for you guys. And any help is appreciated. Neo Plate Gang. Yeah, right. Why does everybody have to like try to be so gangster on here on the internet? I don't understand, because I've been around people who were probably thugs. I don't know if they were necessarily gangsters, because I don't know. And cool motherfuckers, right? And look, I'm not a line stepper. I'm not a habitual line stepper with people. So but like I've seen people habitually line step with somebody and they'd be cool for a minute, but then next thing you know, shit pops off. So Everybody's gangster on here. It's easy to be a gangster when you turn it off and nobody can do anything. That's kind of crazy. I'm admittedly as soft as warm baked cookies. Okay, right on. Right on. Boobies. I like whamming with big boobies. You should change the spelling to BEWB. Boobies. Boob. Boob. Boobies. Whammons. She's from the Midwest. Faux show. Faux show. So I'm gonna talk a little bit more about my successful day today at work. It was really good. We are doing. Thank you so much, anonymous gifter or contributor to the fight. I appreciate you so much. Thank you. We're gonna keep you anonymous, of course. Your information is always safe with us because we have morality. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. Can we get some love in the chat for the anonymous contributor, please? Put some love in the chat. Let me see what I got here. Oh, I don't know. It's weird. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. Can I, no, that's not what I want to do. I want to copy that. Can I copy that and paste it? No, of course not. Anyway, thank you very much. I'm going to get into another one of his videos here in a minute because he's got some good videos. Well, I've been on for an hour, whatever. I sat in the same store smelling my own farts for 8 hours. So I'm kidding. It smells like, I don't know if you ever been to a Wild Berries or to like a head shop that sells incense. That's what it smells like. It's good stuff. Good stuff. I'm telling you, Shadow, there are a lot of people who support us right now, and I am so appreciative. I mean, like, you go from no support to a lot of support, and it means a lot. It does, because, like, I'll be honest with you, like, there's only so much a human being can take in a period of time, right? So, you know, thank you. Patchouli, that's what I need to get for the shop. Thank you so much. I don't have a pen or a paper or anything here. Thank you very much. Patchouli. Yes. I think I can order it up like a box of like 20 or something like that. I always sell my shit cheaper than anybody else too. I like go around and see who's selling what, and then I just like undercut them. You know, I may have to make more sales, but I'll move more product, and people tend to notice that, like, wow, there's a lot of people going in there. Wow, there's a lot of product, you know, and they'll come in. Oh, you have incense. It's okay to be gassy. Yeah. Yeah. It like, well, you know, you don't want to get caught by a customer farting. So you gotta be careful. I mean, I know I can, because sometimes I'll be in the other room and I'm telling you, if I fart, it's the loudest sound in the room. It just is. Like when I fart, it's like I get a round of applause. Like, oh, that was impressive. Yeah. 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 Nag Champa is another good scent. Right on. I carry wild berries. I paid for this this starter display. I think I'm gonna keep carrying them, but I sell it cheaper than they do. I sell 10 for $1 because everybody in town has wildberry incense, and they all sell it for the price that Wildberry sets it at. No, I'm gonna do mine 10 for $1. Lowest price in town. Feel safe being a human. You know, I'm at this weird stage in life where, like, I often wonder. I sit here and I wonder, like, what is on the other side, right? What's on the other side? What happens? Where do we go? Because this universe is so big. It's like, and your energy, your kinetic energy. So when you pass away, your energy just doesn't dissipate. It has to go somewhere else. So makes you wonder. I don't believe your consciousness goes with you, though. I think your energy just becomes one with the universe. Maybe you will become a black hole. I don't have any firm beliefs in anything because what percentage of our brains do we use? What the fuck is it? Uh, 10%. We use 10% of our brain. Why? Why would we evolve to a point where we only use 10%? Doesn't that sound like, you know, there's something that is doing that on purpose, right? Because they're talking about alien bases deep in the ocean. I mean, they've confirmed that aliens exist. Nobody cares because we've known, and we just hate. I think everybody on planet Earth just hates life. There's wars everywhere. But again, I go back to I don't believe that we originated here. You feel me? Like, I think that we were brought here, and whatever is under the ocean or whatever aliens, I think they probably look like us, but they could use more of their brain. Because think about it, if we could use another 5% of our brain, then we could figure out a way to get down and find them. Yeah, Limitless. That was cool. I felt bad because, like, you know, he would get addicted. Unless the aliens are going to benefit me, I don't give a fuck. That's the attitude to have, really. You should always have that attitude about everything. If it doesn't benefit me, I don't care. Yeah, bring out Bigfoot. Where's Bigfoot? But I just really don't think we are. I don't think we originated here. Now, as far as evolution goes, you know, we look the way we do because of where we evolved. Well, that's part of the experiment, because these aliens, they can live for, you know, a millennia. Let's just say they figured it out. They use more of their brain, so they figured out how to live longer. They don't want us to do that. But we all have the traits that we have because of wherever we evolved, right? If it was a dry, arid area, if it was a windy, cold area. And blue eyes are a mutation, but also they are used to reflect the sun in areas where the sun is really, shining all the goddamn time. Blue reflects the sun. Now, when I was younger, it felt like it magnified it because I had to wear sunglasses all the time, constantly. But now I don't even use sunglasses hardly. I'm like, whatever. It's bright out. Don't care. What I miss. We're being used as biocomputers in a boy net. We only use 5% because someone else is using the rest of the bandwidth. Assholes. But I mean, on the real tip, man, like, have any of you ever just thought about that? Like, they look into a telescope that they shot into space and they look at things millions of miles away or light years away, right? They basically look into the past because what we see is the light that has reached us and it is far away. So, okay, we have all these galaxies, billions of galaxies. Where are we? Where are we? Think about that. Where does anything exist? And how does it exist? How does a space exist where there can be all of this energy and turbulence? Where the hell are we? Where are all of these galaxies and black holes and comets and everything? Where is it located? We say we're in space. Okay. Where the fuck is space? Where is it at? Somebody riddle me that. That black void out there beyond the stars, beyond the Milky Way. Like everything has to be somewhere, right? Like take your chapstick and put it in your pocket. Guess what? Your chapstick's in your pocket. Okay? Where are we? We're not in somebody's pocket. We are a part of, and we're kind of selfish to think that we're the only intelligent life out there. I mean, come on, we have aliens in our ocean. Yeah, I know we're in space, but where is space? That's my question. Where is space? Where is it? What is it? Where is it? Because it has to exist somewhere just like every galaxy does. Where is it? It bugs the shit out of me. That's the thing. Shadow hair, how about this? I've thought about this, like the time it takes to strike a match and burn it out, that could be us. But the time is different, right? And in order to create a universe or I think it's a universe, all you need is an abrupt spark of energy. So when you strike a match, you create a galaxy every time. You just can't see it, nor do they. Maybe that's what's up. Maybe it's just like we're floating around in somebody's kitchen, but it's such a small area we don't know, and I don't know. Where is space? Somebody just tell me where space is, please. Come on. One of you know, and you're holding out. You know what I've never done? I've never looked on YouTube for a video. So that's what I'm going to do here in just a minute. We're going to try to find a video of where is space. Don't give up your story ideas. I wouldn't steal your ideas anyway. I don't steal people's ideas. I'm a pretty original fella. So it's one thing. It's okay to be inspired though. Hello, Anne Marie. How you are doing today? I mean, that's true, Shadow. We could be, you know, I think that human existence, though, I mean, excuse me, I don't want to offend anybody, but I think that if it's an experiment or whatever it is, it's been a complete fucking waste. It's been a complete failure. We have failed. Oh, but we went to the moon and fucking... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. What have we really done? Nothing. Destroyed the planet. Managed to start wars where millions of people are gone. We think our technological advances are a sign of how great we are. I mean, it's the way that things are going and have been going for a few years are so absurd that, like, it almost makes you ashamed to be a human. You're like, good Lord. But, you know, I love technology. I'm 47 and I kind of grew up with the maturity of technology. But you would be really surprised at the number of people who do not participate in it. I know a lot of people that don't even have a phone. They just don't. They just don't. It's too expensive. Like my son, me and my son, I pay like $200 a month for us to have our two phones. I mean, you know, I'm still paying mine off because apparently it was $8.5 million. Countries dying like Canada. Yeah, Canada and I'll just say the phrase go broke, go woke, go broke. You know? So I'm a little excited for Trump to get into office. The dude is like kind of already running the world. I mean, like he's already lining up conversations with world leaders to qualm some of these conflicts. Like people are genuinely, I don't know why, but people are genuinely, they either respect him or fear him. And I it has to be because he's not in their club. He's not in their club. Military tech, they take everything that we invent with innocent applications in mind, and they turn it into a weapon. They always do. They turn it into a fucking weapon. Oh, what's up, Lexi Pro? I didn't see you. I'm sorry. Yo, what's up? Yeah, the Iron Dome is something to behold. It's the price. You know, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, can't we just rehome everybody in Israel and America and, you know, just be like, here, we're done. Now you can all fight each other. These wars are, there's a lot of people dying, like a lot of people dying. The Russian losses have been stunning. I mean, we've already got 1 million people dead between Russia and Ukraine. But did you know that? Like it's about 300K from Ukraine and over 700K for Russia. Now they're bringing in these North Korean soldiers. 30,000 troops die a month. I believe that's what I heard too. Well, in Ukraine, Putin it's a land grab. And I think he's testing NATO. Yeah, Kim Jong Poo decided to send a bunch of his untrained, unbattle tested soldiers to. They're basically cannon fodder. Some of them are defecting. Can't blame them. Some of them are addicted to the dirty stuff on the internet. And some of them are just getting ground up in the front lines. You think we should be prepared when and if Trump uses the military to deport illegals? It could get messy. That could just be a bluff. So some people would just leave, or, you know, when it comes time. But we'll see what happens, because we're talking about sanctuary cities. And I don't know. I mean, I don't know if the president could just flex his muscles and declare martial law somewhere in order to do something like that. I don't know. I mean, he can't. Can he serve another term? Because you can only serve 2 consecutive terms, right? Those young soldiers. So, yep. Russia just needs to go home. They need to go home, lick their wounds, and mind their business. You know? Because you're not going to win, dude. And pulling all this, well, you use weapons from this country. Dude, you're using tens of thousands of North Korean troops. This is the world war, you know, like this is, it's no. There, all these rules of war. Also, there's rules to systematically unaliving people while they sit at home. Or in a trench or whatever. There's rules. Come on, give me a break. Is it the goal to unalive people and take land? I mean, like, isn't that the goal? So why? How can you have a rule to that? I can understand when it comes to civilians and stuff, but when it comes to like combative troops, anything goes. Like, you know, growing up, my dad would teach me how to punch and all this other stuff. And he told me, he's like, you know, if you feel like you're getting your ass whipped, just pick up a big handful of dirt, rocks or whatever, throw it in their eyes, kick them in the nuts and go. Because there are no laws and there are no rules in violence. That's why I'm a pacifist. I don't resort to violence. I'm a pacifist. I mean, if somebody put their hands on me, that'd be different. But like, you know, somebody just, you know, whatever. Oh no, you said things and left. But yeah, backed into a corner. That's why I won't let myself get backed into a corner ever. But I know what you mean metaphorically, like, you know, backed into a corner. Yeah. That'll happen to me, but not literally, whatever. Flamp. But like rules to violence. Okay. That makes sense. Okay, so our goal is to unalive as many of their soldiers as possible, but we have these rules. What? Rules? What do you mean rules? Isn't the goal to just annihilate everybody? Yes, but we have to follow the... It's so stupid. And they only make the rules after like a dictator or something does it to their own civilians. That's different. That's called having a tribunal. That's when you go get the guy, you issue an international arrest warrant for him like they did with Netanyahu, and you go get him and punish him. Saddam was punished in like 3 seconds. Canadians aren't like us. They're weird. Wish Canada and US would become one country.
What the f is up, you guys?
Uh-oh. We're about to get into it now. Anyway, they eat beavers up there. You know, it would be interesting to see America annex Canada. Just be like, you're part of our country now. Be like, what? You heard me, Trudeau. You were shaking your butt at a Taylor Swift concert while people burned the city to the ground. Jeez, OP, man. Okay, so I'm probably gonna drive some people away, but I don't care. I got my dude Cyrax. I'm gonna do a few minutes of this. I'm gonna speed it up a little bit though, because you know, Motorhead. What's your price for flight? Who needs a swift kick in the nards? This guy right here. By the way, guys, there's links down there at the bottom scrolling if you would like to contribute to our legal fight. It's greatly appreciated.
What the f is up, you guys? Shout out to everybody in the chat right now watching. Fucking love and appreciate every single one of you motherfuckers right now. You guys make every single night on this stage, on this platform, motherfucking worth it.
What? Oh, so that is...
You guys really do. You
Okay.
guys make every second, every fucking moment on this stage worth it, because every moment that I spend on this stage, every moment, every second is one step closer to me doing what I love for a fucking living.
That's a fucking lie, you dumb hooker.
Dude, this situation is so out of control.
Welcome back to the fight for the internet, my friends. We are once again back with some updates about our favorite attic-dwelling goblin from Crackrin, Ohio. Yes, it is the one, the
Cracklin.
Chance Cyrax Wilkins, and he brought some disciples with him this time. Not only did we get a rare elusive...
Hey, be careful, because I own the trademark to the attic, okay? Be careful now.
Wilkins, and he brought some disciples with him this time. Not only did we get a rare elusive sighting of the goblin recently on YouNow, we also ran him off of YouNow within a couple of hours, and also on top of that, apparently there are some Cyrax disciples out there. There are some
Really?
who attempted to be lolcow channels themselves who just fell into that cycle of being a lolcow because they have no self-awareness. So we're not only going to learn about Cyrax,
I know a lot of people like
we're
that.
going to learn about someone named Hawk Ranger who wants to bully Cyrax, but actually ended up being just as sad as Cyrax.
I also have somebody very special in chat right now, who I know on a very personal level, who has been there since day mother one, and that person knows exactly who they are. And because I introduced them to this artist a while back, I figure why not welcome them back into the fold with that very same artist known as Cyrax.
I'm not gonna lie, I sat here listening to that little part over and over, trying to decipher what artist name he was shouting out in his little gurgly little scream, but I couldn't figure it out, to be honest. So if anybody knows, let me know in the comments. I'd love to actually check the song out, but we're trying to I'm not
with that very same artist known as Cyrax.
I'm not gonna lie.
Sax? Zax.
I sat here listening to that little part over and over, trying to decipher what artist name he was shouting out in his little gurgly little scream. But I couldn't figure it out, to be honest. So
I had a
anybody
dad
knows,
like
let
a
me know in the
normal
comments. I'd love
person.
to actually check the song out, but I'm not gonna play
That I
this
did.
terrible karaoke because honestly, Cyrax is just mumbling over it, screeching over it, and it's hardly karaoke. It's more like, you know, bad autistic sing along.
You know, 7 years ago, I became embroiled in an online war that I never thought I would see the end of. I became embroiled in a massive war that I never in my life thought I would ever see the end of. And by God, I'm here, and I fucking made it. But during that time of war, there's one song that kept me going, and that song is this. This is by my good friend Soldier Hard.
All right, first and foremost, this is being streamed on YouNow. YouNow is, I mean, it's not necessarily a platform for people that are like teenagers or minors or whatnot, but it is a very predominant place that teenagers do streams and whatnot. I know that website has changed drastically over the years to where it's become a bit more of an all age range streaming place, but it's just weird that Cyrax time and time again tries to reinvent himself. Will say, I'm leaving the internet.
I used to stream there years ago.
Means he's just going to another platform hoping we don't find him. And then he has the most recognizable face, the most recognizable voice, and pretty much does the exact same thing he does every single time. And then on top of it, the first thing he does in a stream is shout out to the past 7 years, Marty, all them.
Like
It's
a girl in a
like,
bikini,
you're saying
okay.
you wanna get away from that and start fresh, but the first thing you mention is that.
Yo, shout out to the homie Ye. What's good, man? Welcome to the stream, dude. How you doing? Shout out to Anthony. What's good? Now, we about to kick it up a notch with one of my personal favorites, the legendary king of country rap, the man, the myth, the motherfucking legend, Ryan motherfucking Upchurch.
It definitely goes without saying
God.
the Lord's work for y'all cutting out all these covers, because you can imagine Cyrax trying to be metal, right? You've seen how bad it is. And you've imagined Cyrax trying to sing a beautiful little diddly for people, right? Now imagine him trying to put on a fake southern accent and then rap while randomly doing noises here and there, acting like he's doing something really cool. It's basically 30 minutes of ear-bleeding material that I've unfortunately had to go through. There will be multiple times throughout this stream where Cyrax will stop.
Okay, cool. I'm signed up on YouNow.
On stage right now, performing right now.
Dude, the first thing I saw when I went to YouNow was some girl standing there in a green bikini. I'm going to stream there. If a girl can stand there half nude, then I'm going to stream there. I mean, I know you probably can't say 90% of the stuff I say on Rumble. So
It keeps me going. You can really tell this guy's never been on stage, especially with his one functioning lung, taking deep breaths between each word he says because he's so out of shape. Cardio's totally on 0%, and he's trying to sit up there and be like, yeah, shout out to my friends. If I sounded like that on stage, I would honestly hope my band just kicks me in the
I am Capone.
stage.
We about to take it up a notch with one final song here because I do have some
it'll be the most terrifying thing you've ever seen. You will be like, are you wearing a merkin?
shit I gotta take care of. But we about to take it up a notch with one final fucking song here. I know the stream ain't very long, but I got shit I gotta do, baby. Oh, I love how these people think they're so smart, but really they're not. But with that being said, y'all, I'm about to bounce right now because I do have some shit I gotta take care of. But I fucking love you guys. I'll catch you guys later on, man. I fucking love you.
All right then.
Keep being yourselves, keep being awesome. I love you guys. And later, I will hit you up later on. And as for the rest of y'all, man, I'll catch you guys later, man. Peace. But first, let's make an example out of this guy. There we go.
Okay.
See you guys. Peace.
What?
So unfortunately, since
Yikes!
95% of the stream was just Cyrax screeching and calling it song covers, there's not a whole lot to cover on his recent return. But as you can see, he does say, let's take it up a notch about every 5 seconds and acts like we can get any more hype than we are. He quickly realizes the trolls have found him and that's why he's cutting it short. But it's even funnier because then he's like, let me do one more song just to really stick it to him. And then at the end, he unplugs his mic, he thinks nobody can hear him. He's like, how the f did they find me? That honestly sent me over the edge. That was hilarious. Now, we're gonna move on to some shenanigans I mentioned earlier in the beginning about Hawk Ranger. Now, our good boy Marty was streaming.
I love shenanigans.
Shenanigans.
Oh,
But he
God,
wanted to
Marty.
Some other developing news in the Raxiverse. Now, Hawk is an interesting character. I have an interview with somebody who was actually involved in.
If there's anybody who, and I understand the lore of Cyrax, but if there's anybody who should be dealing with the judicial system, it's Music Biz Marty. He's already had a visit from the FBI, and I just find that their tactics to be very unnecessary, right? Look at the guy. he's already, his life is garbage. So like, yeah.
Some of these streams coming up here soon, and you'll be able to hear their side of the story. But I want to start off with some of what Marty was doing and how Marty kind of kicked this all off and how he kind of
he made it up.
I guess
Who
I'll start at
knows?
the beginning of my
He's
awareness
fat.
of this guy. Oh, by the way, Cyrax is streaming again. He's on YouNow, doing his concerts. Okay, that's that. I mean, that's my interest level in that. For what it's worth, at the moment is at the bottom of the basement. It's beneath the basement because I've seen some of the weirdest behavior that I've seen on this platform, possibly all time. I can tell you where it started. The guy messaged me saying that he had some sort of stuff on Jack Rants and check out his YouTube channel. I'm not even sure that I clicked it for what it's worth. I don't think that I did. I'm pretty sure that I didn't.
If you guys think of getting Marty to click on anything, I think he learned his lesson from that time when Cyrax was trying to get his IP from an IP grabber. But to be honest, I mean, I'm with Marty here. I mean, there's 1.5 million people covering 1.5 million things on YouTube, and you know, if the content isn't there, if the quality isn't there, it's like there's not really much to cover.
Okay, there's no quality here either. All my viewers are leaving. They want to just see me talk. Anne Marie, he sent a tow truck and a male hooker to Foodie's mom's house. See, that's why? Why would you even do that? What's the point? What's the fucking point of that? Like, I'm fucking cool, dude. Wasted everybody's time. Wasted everybody's time. I mean, he probably paid for a male hooker. She didn't care one bit. Yeah, fuck it. So then he gave up, didn't he? See, that's, I don't know. I don't know Canadian law unless she lives in the US. I don't know. That's the shit that's unnecessary, and that's the shit that our foundation will fight against. Now, will I fight on behalf of people like Cyrax? No, absolutely not. Because he's not innocent. He's a participant. You know. But if we got innocent people out here, and it don't have to be internet shit, just being falsely accused, that's what we want to do is help them. Because it can be scary for some people. You know, it can be really scary, the whole process. Cyrax is a predator. Yeah, that's why I would even waste the foundation's money to represent him, because he would just keep it going. He would never shut up. He would never shut up. He would just be like, blah, 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 blah. But you'd be like, dude, shut the fuck up. Can't get any help with you blabbing your mouth. Blah, 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 blah. All right, then, don't shut the fuck up. We're communists now. Oh, you guys. But, yep, 1.5 hours. I'm going to wrap this one up. It's been weird. At least we got the chat. I guess you could take this as an example of what I'm going to be doing going forward. Probably just a lot of chatting. I see what people like. They're not much into the reviews anymore. People want to hear me talk, and that's cool. That's cool. Because I like to talk. I got a lot to say. I got a lot to say all the time. I talk to anybody. People come in the store, and I'll talk for a fucking hour. Don't matter to me. So, you guys be good to one another. What was it? Be kind to one another. And be kind to yourself, because that's the only way we're going to get out of this alive. Have a good evening.